Hello everyone, and welcome to the tutorial for GO365 on use of mobile devices. My name is Colin Bollinger and I'm from Westminster Palms. What I'm going to do in this video is basically help you to get familiarized with the mobile version of GO365. There will also be another video for the web/tablet version, but for today's video we're going to focus on the mobile version. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is find your GO365 icon. Mine is on my home page, and you can see this first screenshot here. It's in my health folder. So it is that green little icon there that says GO365. I have an Android device. The icon should be similar on iPhone, but it might be slightly different. So that's what you want to find. You're going to tap on that. When you tap on that, it's going to pull up the GO365 login screen. Alright, so you should see username, password. Again, all of these are screenshots from an Android phone, and there might be slight user interface differences with a iPhone, but it shouldn't matter as far as the functionality. Okay, so when you're on this sign in sheet, you're going to need to know your username and your password. Okay, you should have had that when you signed in, and if you don't, your GO365 is connected to a personal email, so it's not connected to your work email. Alright, so you can retrieve those things by clicking on forgot your username or forgot your password, and then it will send you instructions on the email. I'm not going to go through that right now, but if we need to, we can make another video on that. So you just put in your username and password, and it should pull up your home screen. Now, if you haven't logged in a while, or they've done an update, there's a two-step verification. I don't have that screenshotted right now, but again, I can make a separate video for that. The two-step verification is a code that is sent to either your email or your phone number, whichever one you have set as default, and then you'll have to type that code in when you log into GO365. But as far as generally logging in, this is how it'll go. You'll have that username and password, you'll log in, and you'll see this home page here. You want to try and stay somewhat regular with GO365. GO365 provides a great amount of benefits for us, including financial benefits. Just by logging in, you get extra money. So make sure you're logging in and keeping yourself up to date and entering in challenges and all those things. We're going to go through all that right now. So you can see we're on the home page right now. It tells me my total points, tells me what status I've earned. Okay, so you can see mine says platinum there. Depending on where you're at, your little guy will kind of run up that line there, and you can be blue, bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. And what we really want is you to get into that silver, gold, or platinum status, and silver status starts at 5,000 points. So if you do the biometrics and the health assessment every year, then you get 4,000 points just right there. So the other 1,000 points you can get by a variety of ways. Okay, and we're going to go through some of those things, but I'm just going to talk about this front page to begin with. We're not going to click on anything just yet. Right below the points, you can see the bucks. Okay, the points and the bucks are different. So the points are your total points, and it tells you what status you've earned. Okay, your bucks come from however many points you get, but as you spend them, they might not be the same as your points, right? So I've spent a lot of mine, so I only have 1,800 bucks right now. I personally usually wait until I have 2,500 bucks, and that's $25 towards a gift card. So I just get the Amazon gift cards. I usually get one of those every 6 weeks or so 25 extra bucks every 6 weeks, just because I use the app and I'm pretty active on it. And there you can click on Shop Them All, and that Shop Them All will take you to all of those gift cards. And there's other things besides gift cards as well. There's like bikes and other fitness equipment and watches and all kinds of stuff. We will go through that as well. But just that's where that spot on your home page is your bucks area, right? So it shows you your bucks, and it shows you how to shop them all. Next, you have you can kind of slide through a few things here. You can see that it says the GO365 health assessment there, and those are just kind of almost like ads prompting you to do things. I've already completed my GO365 health assessment, so if I clicked on it, I wouldn't be able to get any points for it. But if you haven't, you could click on it there. I don't use that part because that part where it says take your next step there, like I said, that's just kind of stuff that's almost an advertisement trying to promote you. It's better to get to know the entire app so you can be able to get into whatever you want whenever you want. I always know I can get into my health assessment whenever I want, and I'll show you how to do that as we go. And then towards the bottom there, you can see recent earnings. So every day, the daily workouts, it counts my steps, and I get a certain amount of points for that. And then also challenges and bonuses and all kinds of things. And that is where, I'm not going to scroll down right now because this is just a screenshot, but that's where you can scroll down and you can see all of your earnings to make sure you're getting as much as you want to get, right? Before we get off this page, I just want to focus on every little piece of this page. So at the very top, you have a little bell up there. Okay, that's your notifications area. I don't have any notifications right now. We're not going to worry about that. That may tell me that a challenge is starting soon or something like that. And then on the other side, you have the three little lines. Okay, that's where we're going to go to next here. The three little lines there are the menu. And this is how you can get to everything in the app. This is the best way to be able to navigate it. So right now we're on our home page or our dashboard. Okay, so that's kind of highlighted. And then the next thing we're going to go to is our activities. So just tap right there on that activities button and it should pull up this activities screen. So again, the first thing you're going to see, that take your next step area again, just like on the home page. That is more of kind of an advertisement-ish area. We'll give you kind of recommendations of what to do. What you really want to do though is go to the very bottom right corner where it has that plus button and tap on that. When you tap on that, you're going to pull up select an activity. This shows you all the possible activities that you can select. So each one of these activities gets you a variety of points, and all you're going to do is click on one of them to submit. We're just going to go through one as an example, but all of them are similar in that you usually have to submit some type of photo evidence, okay? So for right now, we're just going to click on dental exam down at the bottom. That one gets you 200 points per exam. It's not always 200, it depends, and you can kind of just look through there and see what points you get for each one. So when you go to the dentist, you'd have the dentist give you, some type of doctor's note that said that you were at the dentist. You would simply just take a picture of that. You click on the submit photo proof button, and then you can see it says take a photo, choose a photo. So you can either take a photo, or if you had already taken a photo, then just choose it from your gallery, and it uploads right there. And then it usually takes a couple days for them to approve it, and then you get 200 points into your bank. So it's that easy, and we're going to go right back. Here's back to the activity screen again, and all of these are similar. To get the points, you're going to have to do some type of uploading of a picture, right? So same thing with first aid, same thing if you got a flu shot, if you were in a sports league, any of that kind of stuff. And those are all great ways to get extra points. So from here, I just want you to tap that arrow in the top left corner, and that will take you back to the activities homepage. And then from there, we're going to hit those three bars up in the top left corner, and you're going to see your whole option menu pull up there. And I want you to click on challenges. Okay? Challenges are really important just because you get points just for entering in a challenge. You don't even have to do anything, just entering in the challenge itself gives you points. All right? So there are challenges for multiple things, for weight loss, for sleep, and for walking or running or step challenges. the step challenges are definitely the most popular, and you are able to create your own challenges or enter in challenges that somebody else creates. Some of them are sponsored by GO365, or even sometimes they're sponsored by nonprofits, and some of them are just created by people like you and me, and you can just enter them in. So there's also ways to make private ones, but you don't need to worry about that right now. So this is your challenges homepage, and we are going to discuss how to go through all the different aspects of the challenges. So I want you to take a look at the top there where it says join, active, and completed right underneath challenges there. When you first click on challenges, and we haven't clicked on anything yet, the default page is the join page. And this is where it'll just pull up some random challenges that you can join. You can see that walked one starts in 197,000 days. So you wouldn't want to enter that one because somehow it's starting in like almost 200,000 days. That's I think probably a glitch, and I wouldn't worry about that. I don't like to enter in the member challenges from this first join page. I like to actually go and search for them. So what I do there is I click on the plus button in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so it's that little circle right there, and then I go to join a challenge. Okay, then when you're in join a challenge, it pulls up a page that says find a challenge, and you can look again through some of the created ones. What I usually do is I go to that little search bar on the right side, or where there's a little magnifying glass, and that pulls up your search bar, and then I type in the month. So this is January right now, so I just type in January. And when I type in January, a bunch of different challenges come up. So you can see the sponsored one at the top, and then the member created ones at the bottom. I like to go to the member created ones usually because there's less people in there, so it's a little bit more competitive, but you can do the sponsored ones too. It doesn't really matter. But I just like to, you can see the member created ones, January 20-second walk and stepping out of January. That I like to put the month in there because then I know I'm going to get ones that are created for this month. Alright, so you can see let's take the stepping out of January for example. You can see that is a step challenge by the foot. You can see that it is a 7-day long challenge. And then you can see when it starts. It starts in 4 days. And then you can also see that it has 55 people in it. Alright, so this is the one that I'm interested in. So I just click on that stepping out of January. It takes me to basically the home page just for that specific challenge. And you can see all the people who have entered in it. And it again shows you the days that it runs, January 24th to January 30th. And if you want to enter in that challenge, you just go to the bottom there and click Join Challenge. And then it will ask you, do you agree to the conditions? So you just agree. And once you've done that, accept all the challenge reminders and you're good. And then it will tell you the points will be awarded once you've entered the leaderboard. So just click OK on that. And then you are now in, and you can see once you're in, the bottom now has an option for you to click Leave Challenge. Okay, so it's changed from Join Challenge to Leave Challenge. So now you are in.
Okay, so now we know how to enter in a challenge and join a challenge, and that will get you points, like I mentioned, without even having to get any steps in those challenges. If we want to check on the current status of a challenge, okay, we can do that as well. So what I want you to do right now is go to the top left arrow and then click on that, and then that takes you back to the Find a Challenge page, okay, back to the ones we just searched. We're going to click on the left arrow again and go back. Now you're back to that home page where it has the join highlighted, okay, the challenges home page, and we're just going to go to that top part, and where it says active, you're going to tap on that. So now we are in the active area, and you can see all of your active challenges that you are participating in or about to participate in. So you can see I have, what do I have, about 6 there right now. And you can see the stepping out of January down there at the bottom. That's the one we just added. Starts in 4 days, right? And then I have 3 of them that I'm currently in. So the top one ends in 5 days. Then Winter Walking ends in 12 days, and Potter Winter ends in 29 days. So those all tell you that I'm currently in them because they're going to end. And then as it gets closer to the end, they get red versus black. And then I have a couple more that are going to start in a few days as well. So from this page, when you're in one of them, so let's go ahead and click on the Dave's Winter Slumber Party. You can click on that. Then that takes me to the home page of the specific challenge. Okay, so you can see that I'm currently in 3rd in this challenge, and it tells me how many steps I have. So this is where you go if you are really competitive and you're really trying to win the challenges. You go in here, you see who the leader is, and you try and figure out how you can get more steps than the leader. Okay, so that's the main point of these active challenges, is to help motivate you to try and win these challenges. You don't get any more points for winning than you do for losing, so that doesn't matter. But if you're just a competitive person and you want to get as many steps as possible, it's a good place to go. So go ahead and go back up to that top left arrow again and go back. Okay, and so now we're back in the active challenges, and so you can, any challenge you want to pay attention to, that's where you go with the active challenges. Now you can also go over and go all the way to the top and go over to completed. Okay, and this takes us to the home page for all our completed challenges. All right, so you can see I have a bunch there. What do I have? 7 of them right there, and then there's more I have that you can scroll down to, and it tells you how many people are in them and that they've ended. And then if you click on one of those, so we'll just click on the fall run at the top, that tells me the details of the fall run challenge. So that challenge ran from October 31st to November 29th. And I was in 6th place, and I had 471,000 steps during those 30 days. So you can always review your challenges at the end to see how you did. And there's also a messaging capability you can see there at the top. I don't really use that, but if you wanted to, you can message people. You click on that, and it's a very simple messaging system, just like a kind of group chat that you could do. And so that pretty much does it for everything that you're going to need for the challenges section. Move on to talking about the shop in GO365. So I want you to go up to the top left again and hit that back button. And now you're back to the completed challenges homepage, and in the top left you'll see your 3 bars again. So I want you to hit those 3 bars again. Okay, it comes up with all your different options. I want you to click on shop. Okay, so as soon as shop opens up, you're going to see your bucks balance at the top. Okay, and then you're going to see all the different products. So the default products that come up are the gift cards there. Okay, so you can see I could go ahead and get a $1,000 or an Amazon gift card because I have more than $1,000, right? So if we test that out, you can click on the Amazon gift card there, and then if I wanted to get a $10 gift card, I would use 1,000 of my bucks. Okay, so you can see that. Now that area where the value is a drop-down box. If you click on the arrow, you can see that you can get larger amounts of the gift card. So me personally, I always just wait until it's at 25, and that means I need 2,500 bucks to get a $25 valued gift card. And then that's when I purchase it. So with the gift cards, all they do is the email that's connected to your account. Once you hit add to cart, it will send that a code to your email, and then you just use that code in the checkout at whatever place you wanted. So if I was doing it on Amazon, I would just buy what I want on Amazon. When I get to my cart, it'll say use a promo code. Use the promo code, and automatically applies $25 to your cart. So it's super simple if you use the gift cards, and like I said, if you do it a lot, it can really help pay for a lot of things. So I'm going to have you go back here again, so we're not looking at the gift card anymore. And you can see at the top, you can view by all categories, or you can view by price. So this is an area, the shop, where you can kind of play around with it. So I'm not going to go through and search all the other things, but like I mentioned, in the shop, there are watches and there are bikes and other things that if you wanted to save your bucks balance for, you could do that. Okay, but that's pretty much the basics of how you get one of those products. Tap on it, use your bucks, and it gets sent to you. That's pretty much it. Alright, so we're going to take a look at a couple other areas here. So go back up to the top left corner where those three lines are, and we pull down our kind of drop down menu of all of our options. Order history right underneath shop, that would just tell you anything that you had ordered and used your bucks for. I'm not going to click on that right now, but you can always use that in case you need to figure out when you spent your bucks or not. The next one, GO365 Health Assessment. If you click on that and you pull it up, for me, it pulls up the kind of summary of the health assessment that I've already taken, right? So it says my GO365 age is 32, my regular age is 33, and I can view my report. I'm not going to do that because some of the stuff is a little bit more personal than others. So if you haven't taken this health assessment, it will have 6 different sections that pop up when you go to this, when you click on this. And the sections, one of them is about sleep, one of them is about eating, one of them is about mental health, one of them is about, work health, all this kind of stuff. That it just asks you questions. They usually take less than 5 minutes, usually about 15 questions per section. And you just, go in there, give some ratings, give some yes, no's, and then it will kind of try and give you some feedback on some options for you to improve your overall health. So like I said, I can't really demonstrate it right now because I've already taken it, but that's where you would go and you would click on it. And that health assessment gets you, I think it gets you between 1,500 and 1,800 points or something like that. When you complete it, and it's only just some questions, so it's not going to hurt you. The questions don't get sent to anybody. It's for your information to be able to make healthier and smarter decisions. Okay, if you go back up to those 3 lines again, pull your menu down again, the next part we are going to go through is coaching. Okay, and as soon as you pull up the coaching, you will see that there are all kinds of different options. I personally have not used the coaching, but you are able to earn extra points just by downloading additional apps that have that are connected to GO365. So these are apps, these are health apps that have gone through kind of their vetting process, and then if you download them and participate, then you earn points weekly with them. So a very easy way to do it. And I'm not going to download any of the apps right now, but let's just say if you click on physical activity, it shows Daily Burn as one of the apps, and Daily Burn is an app that gives you videos, workout videos to follow along with. So that's how that would work, and we're going to show how to connect apps to GO365 here in a minute, so I'm not going to click right there where it says how do I connect an app. I'm not going to do that right this second because I'm going to do that in the settings area, and that's probably all it says to do anyway. So you can go ahead and go back there. And if you scroll down on the coaching homepage there, you will actually see that you can also get coaching by phone. And the coaching by phone, you get 50 points for 3 coaching sessions, and you get 200 points just for enrolling into it. So by scrolling all the way down, you can see the phone number that you need for that. So if it's something that you're interested in, that's an amazing resource to be able to have a coach that's a health coach that's completely covered for you at any point in time. So I really encourage that if you're trying to take control of your health. You can also go back up to the 3 lines again, and we will keep going through this options. The next one is community. So community is, as you can see, it pulls up just the go365.com, and that's just basically a discussion board for people to have conversations about what's going on in the what are they doing with Go365 at their employees, with their employers, what kind of challenges they have, all kinds of stuff like that. So I don't really use that aspect of it very much, but it's something that if you want to get connected with other people using Go365, that's where you'd go. So you can go back up again here to the 3 lines. The Go365 frequently asked questions, that's just like any frequently asked questions. So if you have some type of question that isn't answered by this video, you can go there and maybe they'll be able to help you, and if not, you can always send them an email. The about and the legal privacy part, we don't need any of that. The next and last part I want to go to is the account and settings part. So if you go to that, it comes up with your profile there, and you can find your information if you need to. Your member ID is important if you have to contact customer service, so that's where it is if you need it. But what I really want to talk about is the app and device connections down there. So you click on app and device connections, and here you can see the apps that I have connected. So it says that Health IQ and Stop, Breathe, and Think are the only 2 that are connected, which this is a little bit off because my Fitbit is also connected and it works really well. So I don't know why it's saying that, but I get my Fitbit steps connected. So having a step counter is something that's going to get you a ton of points. You get daily points just for the amount of steps you get. So for me, if I have a really good day of 20 steps, that's 20 extra cents a day. They give you if I give 20,000 steps, it's 20 cents. So for every 1,000 steps you get every day, you get an extra penny. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but month over month, year over year, you're adding up, you're just giving yourself free money essentially. So I would definitely encourage you to get a step counter and connect it through the app. And so the best way to do that is right here in this app and device connections, and all you'll do is simply click on it. So I'm going to click on my S Health for now, and then you'll see it'll pull up connect with Go365. I'm not going to do that. I don't want S Health connected because it's also a step counter. I'm going to continue to have my Fitbit connected with it, and you just click connect with Go365, and it will connect. So actually with this one, if I were to click on it, it would ask me, do I want my steps and food and heart rate monitor and all of it to be covered? But depending on what type of connection it is, if it's just a step counter, it'll connect immediately. And you may have to allow permissions on your phone, but that should be pretty automatic. As soon as you press the connect with Go365 button there, then it will allow for your permission to use with other apps. So that is how you would go about connecting a Fitbit or any type of step counter to your Go365 account. Let's go ahead and hit that back button and back one more time, and we're back into our account settings. The beacon part down there, that is if you are in an area where there is a fitness center that it has registered itself to be a Go365 Beacon Fitness Center. Okay, so that means if you connect to one of those, we don't have any of those in my area, so I don't know. I don't have this connected, but you can see what it looks like here. Is once you connect that to Go365, every time you step in that gym, you don't have to do anything. It automatically gives you points. So that's pretty cool. And I hope you feel a little bit better and a little bit more comfortable about the mobile version of GO365. And thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.